What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the TRUF Life Podcast. I'm your host, Tyren Johnson, and today we are dealing with episode 70. Episode 70. We getting up there. Today's topic, though, is a very interesting topic that you guys has been asking me for a while. How to get rich. Let's talk about getting rich. First, let's define what's rich. There's a Webster dictionary of rich, but I have my own definition of what's rich. Rich for me is being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. That's a rich life to me. If you can do that with 30,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 50 million, 1 billion. I don't care the number of dollars you have in your pocket. If you can live that way for the rest of your life, you're rich to me. What else do you need? You see, the thing is, money is not a real thing. It's just a piece of paper that we all agreed to use as an ecosystem to buy goods and services. But I tell you what, if you know how to cook, if you know how to build shelter, what do you need money for? If you know how to capture your food, if you know how to clean your food, if you know how to build a house from scratch, what do you need money for? Then we get back to the original richness. Hobbies, family, time spent with family, time spent in the community. It takes a village to raise a child. Spending time with other people's kids, help building them up. That was rich. If you think I was finna start talking about some type of crypto, some type of Forex, some type of quick get rich quick scheme, wrong podcast. I talk to young fellas all the time, and they tell me they're going to move to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, live a rich lifestyle by trading Forex, by crypto. And I did my research and I seen that only 2% of traders are actually successful. I asked him how much crypto does he currently has, and he tells me none. And I'm like, how are you so sure that this is where you're going to be in your future? He asked me, do I think he'll be rich? I said, what are you going to get rich from? What is your plan? He says crypto, Forex, and basketball. I'm like, no. You're not going to get rich from crypto and Forex because I don't see you working as hard as it takes to get rich from Forex and crypto. That takes a lot of work. And only 2% of those guys are successful. So the odds are not in your favor. No, I don't see you being successful from basketball. I watch you work. I watch you train. I see what you spend your time doing. From what you exhibit and what you show on a daily basis is what I'm basing my opinion off of. I don't know what you will turn into. I don't know what type of change you'll have, but from today, from the way I see that you're moving today, you're not going to be rich from basketball. And that's the type of game that these OGs, these older guys got to start telling you guys. They got to start being honest with you guys because so many guys want to live a rich lifestyle. So many people want to live a rich lifestyle and want something quick. But guess what? Athletes go broke because they get money quick. Entertainers go broke because they get money quick. Lottery winners go broke because of get rich quick schemes. There's no foundation. You don't know how to build money. You don't know how to manage money. You don't know how to allocate money, delegate money. You don't know money, but you want it. Money is one of the worst things you can get when you don't understand it. Your family can be separated. Your relationships can be strained. You can become a person, you can become a monster because money can control you and it can suck every piece of life out of you. Because what happens is you become a slave to money. You got to make money your slave. Soon as I get money, the first thing I do is put money to work. Before I take my money and pay a single bill, I pay myself first. I have an emergency fund that's fully funded. I'm good for 6 months to a year if something bad was to happen to me. After that, I'm investing strictly in stocks in my own business. I'm going real light on the stocks right now because I got five figures in the stock market. Now I want to put 5 figures into my business. I want to invest thousands of dollars every month into my business to make it grow so that this can support me when I'm done. I want the biggest camps in the world. I want camps around the world. I want the biggest podcast in the world. I want to speak publicly around the world. I want to coach in the NBA. I want to coach at a Division I school. Or I want to run my own gym and run clinics. I want to do this, so I'm putting it out there. But I'm investing in this at a young age, and that's how you become rich. From what all my mentors have showed me, and those guys are rich. You start young, and years you keep putting it together. Some people get lucky and it happened quick, but for the vast majority, they just keep plowing away year after year, being very decisive with every decision they make. Having a plan, having an end goal, knowing exactly what they want and shaping their life around that, putting their money towards that. That's how you become rich. Now you got to ask yourself, what are you great at? What are you good at? And you can't just feel like you're good at it. Everyone else around you have to feel that you're good at. People should want to pay you for what you think that you're good at. Once you find that out, now you got to become the best at that. You don't have to become the best. Sorry, let me take that back. That's a terrible way of thinking. You don't have to become the best. You have to apply yourself and give the best effort to learn as much as you possibly can. Become an expert in that field. When you become an expert in that field, people are going to pay you accordingly. Because we pay success. That's what we do. That's why Gucci and Louis and all of these designer brands can charge $400 for a cotton t-shirt. Because when we think of them, when we think of those brands, we think of luxury. We think of success. So you want people to think of you as luxury. That's how you become rich. You got to become luxury. You got to become the go-to guy. If you are an engineer, the whole town needs to know that you're an engineer. You have to market yourself. You can market yourself on social media. That's good and that's great. But you want more concrete. You want to scale quick? Get out in the community. Go knock on some doors. Tell some friends to tell some friends. Put some signs up. Do the thing that we've been doing since the beginning of time. Go out and touch people. Put together seminars and touch people. Double the work by placing yourself on social media. Pay for ads. Pay influencers. You got to go all out if you want to be rich. This is a tough game. Everybody's trying to be rich. Crazy thing is somebody's becoming a millionaire every day. It don't mean they're rich. If they got $1 million worth of bills, shit, the person making 50 grand a year who's spending 20,000 a year, he has more money than a millionaire. What are you good at? What are you great at? Monetize that ASAP. Quick ad. TyrenJohnson.com. Go check out the site, man. Got my new ebook, How to Make Them Pay. I got the TRUF Life merch. I got the podcast. I got the weekly blog on the site. Please check out the site. It's very informative. You can also buy my beats there. It's a link up top for TyrenBeats.com. Check out everything, man. Support the boy. I'm putting in work. Sign up for the newsletter so you guys can start getting emails from me. Weekly emails. Well, I'm still giving more value. I'm just constantly trying to connect with you guys, constantly trying to build this community and make it big, man. Thanks a lot. TyrenJohnson.com whenever you get a chance, right? Let's talk about getting rich, man. We back at it. Let's talk about getting rich. Solve somebody's problem. I read somewhere in a book, I don't know what book it was, but they said if you want $1 billion, help 1 billion people. You can help 100 people today. You just got to go out in the square, in the city, wherever you at, and talk. Go be vulnerable. You'd be surprised, man. People are with their head down in their phones. People are alone today. People want people to be interested in them. Show some interest. Bring value. Solve people's problems. That's why I do this podcast. That's why I do the YouTube. That's why I do social media. That's why I do the newsletter. That's why I do the blogs. That's why I do the camps. I'm solving someone's problems. I'm giving back. I'm giving the knowledge that I've learned over the last 20-something years of trying to be a professional athlete, and I'm giving it to people. And people are starting to pay me for that knowledge. But it's worth it. I've studied, and I've trialed. I've dedicated my life to this. Because I know for someone coming from my community, this is possible. You can get out of that community. You could be financially stable. But not only, I messed up my money. I wasn't able to help my mother and my sisters and everyone else like I wanted to. I did a little bit, but I didn't do it like I wanted to. I had to really build myself back up because I wasn't informed on how to deal with money. I wasn't financially literate. But now I've experienced that. I've experienced the losses. And now I'm seeing the gains. So what that means, I can teach people. I can teach other athletes. I can teach people that don't know financial literacy how to become literate. Now scale that. Instead of talking to 10 or 20 people, scale it to 100. Scale it to 1,000. Imagine 1,000 people paying you $100 a month. That's 10 bands a month. That's hard to do, but it's possible. People are doing it. I got friends. I know people that's making $2-3 million a month by solving people's problems, by connecting with people, by creating a brand that's emotionally pleasing to people. People want to be a part of communities, especially in this social media era today. People want to be a part of communities because people aren't speaking anymore. People aren't going out, hanging out with each other anymore. People are we've changed as humans. As technology has changed, we've changed as humans. But the core of us is the same. We love communication. We love feeling touch. We love food. We love drinking. We love hanging out. We love people. People are always going to be attracted to people. While you in the crowd, bring something to the table, add value, and people are going to start throwing dollars at you. That's why you got to find something that you're great at, something that you're good at, and something that you like, because you got to scale that until you die. I followed this couple called Our Rich Journey on YouTube, and they taught me how to invest in the stock market. They taught me how to really take control of my life, and they retired at 40 years old. And I was like, that's what I want. I want to retire at 40 years old. I want to be done with basketball and never have to work again in life. And I see their lifestyle. I love it. I respect it 100%. But as I learned, I bought their masterclass. and I filled out all of the information. I did all of the worksheets, and I realized something. I don't ever want to retire. I don't ever want to retire because what I'm great at and what I'm passionate about, I want to do that for the rest of my life because it's really fun for me. Just like they like to travel for a living and experience things, I like to tear into to people and give them information so that they can live a truth life, so that they can live a life of freedom. I love people, right? I thought, okay, I'm gonna retire and I'm gonna buy this house in Portugal, go off the radar. Nobody knows me. I'm gonna buy this land somewhere out in the countryside, just die off out there. See family a couple of times a year, come on down to the farm, hang out. But I was like, nah, that ain't me. It is me, but that can be a vacation spot, right? So I'm like, I gotta find something that I can scale. Not scale, but I can do for the rest of my life. But I gotta scale it right now so that I'm able to do that for the rest of my life. That's how you be rich, man. Find something that you're good at. Find something that you can actually bring to the table and scale it. Keep scaling. It might take 10 years. It might take 15. But if you love it, the time don't matter because you having a blast. You got guys like me, like I'm into so much thing. I'm into graphic design. I'm into sports. I'm into making beats. I'm into a whole bunch of photography, videography. I'm into everything. But you got to find what you're great at. You got to find out what people will pay you for. Crazy thing is people pay me for all of those things, but one of those things people pay me the most for, and that's basketball. That's what I have the most knowledge in because that's what I spend the most time at. So I have to create a business around basketball and create many businesses around photography, videography, beats, graphic design. Those are many businesses, and I delegate a lot of those processes because I'm passionate about those too. But I have to find the one thing that everybody know that they'll respect me for, and that's basketball. That's how you become rich. Once again, if you have $50,000 and you're doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, in my eyes, my definition, you are rich. If you make $1 million and you do the same, you're rich. $1 billion, the number doesn't matter. You're not chasing a number. You're not chasing dollars. You're chasing freedom. You want to live this lifestyle? The information that I'm going to give you, what we're going to talk about, the money doesn't matter. Money gives you option. Money gives you freedom. Money gives you a a better way of life. Money gives you security. Money not going to be the end all be all. Value is your key. What value can you bring? Because you'll always eat if you bring value. That's how you get rich. That's how you get rich. That's all I got, man. Watching this on YouTube, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review. Yeah, man. Go get rich. Everybody should be rich. Shouldn't be no poverty in this world. Everybody should be rich. Every day, make them pay so that you can live a truth life. I'm out.